This is the first barrel I've ever used for home distilling, and right now it is full with Lovechild. It's 1 month old, and it's time to give this thing a taste. How's it going, chasers? I hope you're having a kick-ass week. I'm Jesse, and this is Still It, and in that barrel, there is a mix of bourbon and rum, a Lovechild of the two, in fact, which is why I named this whiskey Lovechild. Anyway, this is 1 month old, and it is sitting in a barrel that I bought when I first hit 100,000 subscribers. You can see, because I got it laser etched with 100K, and then proceeded to sit around and not do anything to fill this barrel for well over a year. It's finally full. The Lovechild has been in it for a month, and it is time to taste it. But before I get stuck into that, a wee bit of background. So when the Lovechild first came off the still, I was stoked with it. I thought it was great. In fact, when it was coming off the still and I was blending it, and at the point that I put it into this barrel, I was convinced that it was the best thing that I'd ever made, if not top three for sure. And then I put it into the barrel, and then 2 days later I took some off the spout and tasted it, and it was horrible. Absolutely horrid. And you try to not freak out. You try to just sort of say that that's the way these things need to go sometimes, and it's going to have ups and downs, and to just give it time and forget about it. But I was pretty down about it. And I even I took a wee sample to 2 different people, both of which are cool dudes that I respect their opinion, and both of them told me to just not stress it and just wait. Both of them did say too that it was a little bit hot still, alcoholic, burny, and that if that went away it would be nice. Good advice. And you're right, it is a little bit hot. It's also at 60%, so I'm not too stressed about that. I also tend to like things that are a bit more get up and grab you. The descriptor of smooth isn't something that I need in a whiskey. It's I'm not worried about it. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get into tasting this. And I have to say that it's finally come right. The thing that happened as soon as it went into the barrel, it got just dirty and muddy. All of the flavors that I enjoyed from the white spirit disappeared, and it almost tasted like vegetable stock. It was just, there was something almost savory about it. All the flavors had muddled into one. All of the interesting flavors had just vanished and were undetectable. It just tasted like a slightly hot mess, literally. But now it has cleared up significantly. The first thing that I know is that this is by far my best attempt at getting that really traditional bourbon corn flavor. I don't quite know how to describe the corn flavor I'm trying to get at here, other than saying bourbon, because it's not like sweet corn, it's not like popcorn, it's not like corn flakes. It's like none of those things. It's corny. It reminds me of corn, but more of fresh sweet corn crossed with something like straw and green apples. That's kind of the realm it sits in. I don't know how else to describe it. But this is by far my best attempt at creating that flavor, I think. It's time to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Into the AM. Into the AM make these dope ass graphic. It's not a graphic t-shirt, but it is an Into the AM t-shirt. This is an Into the AM basics shirt, and it is just as comfortable, just as awesome as all the graphic t-shirts, except, when you want to be a little bit more on the down low. However, if you are into their graphic t-shirts like me, all the cool shirts I wear all the time on the channel are Into the AM shirts, you can check out their newest graphic t-shirts on the website right now. Check these out, guys. They're brand new, they're looking dope, and they're ready for you to pick up with a 10% discount if you use the link and discount code in the description below. Thank you, Into the AM, for sponsoring this video. The molasses is definitely coming out to play too, but it is not overpowering, which was something that I was very worried about in this product. I think when you mix molasses with anything, it's just such a strong flavor that it can take over so quickly. But it hasn't in this. The balance is really nice. I hope it stays that way. That may change significantly as this ages. I'm just not sure. Anyway, let's have a taste. Okay, so the flavor hasn't cleaned up as much as the aroma, but it is very much heading in the right direction. I put it in there, I think at 60% ABV it was, and I assumed because it had water in beforehand, the ABV would drop a couple of points straight away. So it's probably still at, 58% ABV, something like that. The longer I sit and talk, the aftertaste still comes through with that muddy, almost vegetable-y. It all just tasted like when it first went into the barrel. So it's still there. It is going away over time, and I hope that it will continue to go away and completely disappear. That would be wonderful. The color is marching along quite nicely. It is like a medium straw heading towards gold. This is a toasted, not charred French oak barrel, so that is kind of what I was expecting. There's not a lot of hint in terms of flavor or aroma from the wood yet, which is good because it's a small barrel, and this is the first time it's had alcohol in it. I really wasn't sure how long I could get away having it in the barrel for. And I would I would love if I can get this up to a year, but I don't think that's going to happen in a small barrel. But the good news is that I don't even have to think about starting to pull it out anytime soon. I need to say a huge, huge thank you to the Patreons. Thank you so much, Patreons. A, for being so patient with me finally getting something done with this barrel. B, for helping me decide what to put into the barrel, and C, just for being awesome human beings. For those of you that don't know, the Patreons voted on the recipe that was going to go into this barrel, and I took a long ass time to do it. But it is done now, finally. I guess too, team, we should start thinking about what I'm going to put in this barrel when this comes out. What are we going to refill it with? I do not know the answer to that, and I guess we'll have to talk about it. With videos like this is the time of the video that I generally talk about what I should or should not do with the barrel. I don't think there's much to say. It's on track. It's doing what I want it to do. I think it should just keep doing that. To be fair, we are starting now to head into the warmer months here in New Zealand, and it has been significantly hotter recently. So I probably should monitor it a little bit more carefully, a little bit more often, just to make sure that that wood doesn't, take off and run away on us. But other than that, I think it's just stay the course, leave it in there, check on it, let it do its thing, and keep an eye out for any adverse effects from too much oak, basically. So if you've enjoyed this video, or you're just really into dirty corn and molasses Lovechilds, please guys, give it a thumbs up in the down below, right down here somewhere. One side, I can't remember which. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button as well. Ring the notification bell to get more of these videos popping up in your feed. It's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out a whole lot. I would thoroughly appreciate that. And I'll see you next time, guys. Keep chasing the craft. See ya.